Hello and welcome all. Yeah, again we have Chili in his car, probably outside McDonald's, siphoning off the internet to basically try and repair his ego after being thoroughly trolled by Irish Demon. He's on ego repair mode. He's totally fabricating everything again, and he thinks he's going to stand up, and he thinks everybody believes him, which is not true. Leave your comments down below, please. Like button, press please. Press the like button. You know you want to. Give me a subscribe, because I'm trying to get to that magical 1,000 number. And share. And in the comments down below there will be the link for Masshole's fundraiser, because Irish Demon did a stream last night with Shiz and JL Warren for about 7 hours, and they're trying to raise money, so please help if you can to get rid of Chili's frivolous lawsuits. So anyway, enjoy the video.
And now for something completely different.
Hit the like button, pretty please, hit the like button. Please do not block anybody. Every once in a while someone might get timed out, but we're not going to block anybody. They're not blocked, nobody's blocked. Everybody gets to participate on the channel over here. Everybody gets to talk. So I want to finish this so I can put this to bed. So we were here. This dude had written a sworn declaration that okay, so
let me get this straight, Chili, right? You've basically used WordPad, fiddle about, create some fake content, some fake evidence if you wish, right? You know, they're trying to barricade. You're a 20-year scholar of fuck all, and you expect the courts to take this seriously. Now if you pause it and read it, it's got some interesting errors in it. Seems you can't even fabricate your own flipping evidence properly. How inept are you, sunshine? All this because you think people hate you. No, we hate what you do to people, Chili. And now, yeah, in fact, I admit people are starting to hate you. A lot of people. And trying to silence them because you don't like what they say. More and more are just going to sprout up. You really need to learn your lesson, Chili. Surprised you didn't learn it on TikTok. Now you go around mouthing off, doing streams stoned out your brains. Yeah, you really are a sad fucking person, you know that.
let me real quick get to the right place so you guys can know where we are. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button real fast. I mean, this is not fun for me, guys. This is not what I want to be doing. I'm not enjoying this. It's not a good time for me. I have other things I'd like to do with my life. This is completely off course from where I want to be. And that was the goal. We heard that in one of the recorded conversations that we have where we got screenshots of the Wicker before it was deleted. So we know that the whole point was that to get me off track, to affect my life. And you affected my income, which is why you got sued. So this is the sworn affidavit. So this says here, let me just real quick. None of the messages are available, so I can't see anything besides what I'm looking at here.
Yes, Chili, what a fucking surprise you can't access them.
Approximately 3 days later, on August 10th, DeCastro had his vehicle stolen, and there was rampant speculation as to whether this was a legitimate event or if someone on the channel had instigated theft. Did you guys see that right there? If someone on the channel had instigated the theft of my vehicle. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Do you think that you're participating with good people when the question is whether or not the vehicle was stolen by someone on the troll channel, on that troll mafia channel? That definitely should not be allowed. It's a hate channel full of hatred. It's a hate channel. And the channel should be removed from YouTube. All the hate channels should be.
No, Chilli, no, Chilli. The only hate channel is your fucking hate channel. It oozes out of you with the sidestepping and the side-serving of increasing jealousy. Because you have nothing. You want to blame everybody else for the failure of yet another channel. First your TikTok, and now YouTube. And you can't face up to the fact that it's you that no one likes. It's you no one can stand. And it's you who bully and threaten other people that you think you have a physical advantage over. Anybody that you can stand up to because they're physically more powerful than you run, has been proven time and time again. You fucking muppet.
It's sad. They're saying that they could have stole my vehicle. That's sad. By then, I had somewhat disengaged from the conversation, and topics after the prior day's events had having my ability to interact on the channel's comments and live stream restricted from my account. So this guy remembers like little details. I was somewhat disengaged from the conversation and topic after the day's events had having my ability to interact with the channel's comments and live stream restricted. So he's upset about that. Guy's a mental. On or around September 2nd, my friend and I both received a large group message from Rich. This is November 1. Someone here, put that in the chat. I'm going to turn the chat on for a second. Chat's on. Put that in there. Put November 1. It's November 1-4, spelled out November, then O-N-E, and then the number 4. David Condon's here. Hey, David, were we walking down the street the other day? David Condon, good to see you. David, were we walking down the street the other day and someone pulled up to me in real life and had their camera running and said, Kate always wins? Did that happen? Is that creepy? Is that reasonable? That's beyond reasonable.
You know something? I totally fucking agree with you. You doing these little play skits to try and act a victim and be the victim because you are too narcissistic, too sociopathic to even understand that it's you that are causing the problems. You have to manufacture all these little things, intricate pieces of evidence that you think people are going to believe. You think people believe that all of a sudden someone comes up and says Kate only wins. You really believe something like this happens. You really believe that people are going to believe any sort of piece of evidence that you submit to the court. And the fact that you think the judge is that stupid to not see through it. Really do blow smoke up your own ass, because basically that's all you fucking will go.
That's it, Golden State. That's it. Everybody, no, not spelled out, Katie. Just like Golden State fan put it. November 1-4. He pretends like he's a billionaire. That's his whole game. He's a billionaire. Well, I would love to, Michigan, but I've got to take her down, and that's what I'm doing with this. This is a sworn affidavit here. So Rich was also pitching the idea of luring DeCastro to proposed debate. Rich was offering everyone $500 who could successfully interact and engage DeCastro and have him come on to a particular location where he would then engage DeCastro in a public debate on camera. So this is about Rich, you know. Oh, David Condon's rich, Ed. Ed. Ed wrote here, just so everybody knows what Ed wrote, because he doesn't understand how investing works. David Condon is an accredited investor. That's who that is. And so, Ed, he said, I find it mysterious that David Condon would be hanging out with you after you allegedly lost all of his investment. Yep, I did. That's what entrepreneurs do. They raise money, and then the investors often lose the money. As a matter of fact, more investors lose money investing with people than they do ever make a profit. Did you know that? So a little fun fact for you there. And then Ed said, why would Condon be hanging out with me? Why would he be supporting you, do you think? I'll let David answer. Maybe because David's my friend. Maybe that's the reason why, because he's my friend. Could you believe that?
No, quite frankly, I do not believe that David's your friend. I think that everybody you associate with now, Chilli, are actually aware of what you're doing. And so they try and keep you around about so they can find out what you're doing. And then, because there's only one way this is going to end, and that's you spooning with Cletus and Bubba in a cell longingly.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So Rich is offering 500 bucks to people. That's what Rich is doing November 1, named Rich Gregson. I mean, the FBI should be investigating this. So there it is. Take it easy, Ed. I'm trying to get through something here and you're just distracting. So here it is. I made a bad decision and took the money. He took $1,000. I've got the receipts from him, from his Bitcoin account. So he took, I got to turn off the chat real quick, guys, so I can't see it. So I can't see any chats now. Sorry, guys. I made a bad decision and took the money is what he didn't put here that has to go here. I was largely unsuccessful, though, unaware of how many people were either involved in the same plan or any other amount of harassment that was going on at the time. I learned later that DeCastro was being inundated with fake messages, comments, and interactions. Although I was able to engage DeCastro in text conversation, he was unable to commit to anything in the way of meeting. Yeah, because I knew you were a troll. I knew you were a troll from the moment you wrote. I knew you were fake. That's why you couldn't get me to meet you anywhere, because you're being creepy. I wish I could show you guys the video, but I can't. So on September 15th, DeCastro published a video that affected me very personally and made me very upset. I decided to double down in contacting him. Not so much to troll him, but I was hoping to personally confront him about his video. After you took the $1,000 though. After you took the $1,000. Just be a little more honest in here. On September 21st, DeCastro and I had the first of our real-time interactions. He had called me out for participating in what Rich Gregson was formulating. What I encountered during those discussions was a man with an underlying passion for the mission he is on, but emotionally incapable of interacting or trusting anyone, and rightfully so.
Oh, come on, Chilli. No one believes the fucking shit you're on here. No one gives a fucking toss of all this manufactured fucking evidence. God's sake, just admit you're a cockend and be done with it. Look into the mirror and go, I'm a fucking failure. Because that's what you are. There's no big bad that's out to get you. People just don't like you.
And admittedly, Mr. DeCastro was in a very bad place emotionally that caused he and I to have some severely negative interactions.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know. This really is the world's smallest violin.
That's true. I told him, he's leaving a lot of things out here. I got him to call me on video, and then I got a video of him. He can be identified by his video. Because I knew he was a troll the whole time. And if you read his text messages, he starts off by offering me free cameras, free this. I can't say exactly because it can tip your hand to who he is. I gave him my word I would not reveal him if he participated in the affidavit and in the documentary that I'm making about what cyber bullies are and the levels of cyber bullies. You guys have heard me talk about it, but I've actually spent a long time identifying different levels of cyberbullying.
Oh, Chilli. Bless, you finally become self-aware and realise what you really are.
And I'm not going to tolerate it. I won't put up with it. But he's skipping some stuff here. He's skipping that I communicated with him on September 21st. I communicated with him on video, and I got a video of that troll from my other phone. I recorded my FaceTime. And then said, well, tell you what, for me to serve you a federal subpoena, I'm going to have to identify you. And so on and so forth. And now here we are. I mean, absolutely no disrespect to Mr. DeCastro by stating that he was and maybe is today in a place of significant anger, paranoia, and distrust. Yes. When you're being stalked by people openly and that's being allowed, yeah, I'm in a place of anger. I wake up angry because of my fake Ponzi scheme, my multiple lines of credit, my large sum of money I got from investors.
Oh me, oh my, classic victimhood. Let's emphasise the things that people say that maybe not, maybe true. They probably are true, Chilli. They really probably are. And you just can't fathom that people have caught you out. You thought you were cleverer than other people. It turns out you're dumb as shit.
These things that are lies about me makes me mad. That I sold a drug ever in my life, I never did.
Chilli, this is called self-denial of the fucking 10th degree, mate. Yes, it was proven. You were selling GHP, which contributed to probably the rape of hundreds of women. You are therefore responsible for that. So never mind going on about David Omo and all the rest of the crap, right? And trying to bring up other people's fucking accidents. What you did was on fucking purpose. You rat. What a fucking lowlife you really are.
It's not true. Everybody knows you can be charged with anything. That doesn't make it true. You can't make it true because you wanted to. You have an obligation to look up to find out if that's true and then report the truth. Not to say, oh, he got arrested for this. He's a drug dealer. You're getting sued for that, honey. In a place of significant anger, paranoia, and distrust, I saw this in his unwillingness to link even in the basic or easily provable facts together. No, brother, I knew you were a fraud. So I'm not going to give a single inch to you. I was not going to link up with you in any way when I know that you're a fraud until I get you on camera.
That's funny, Chilli, because Irish Demon's fooled you about 7 times now. So has Team Skeptic, so has Massol. Everybody takes you for the fool that you are. You can't spot anybody as a troll. You can't spot this. You can't spot that. You're just useless. You're trying to amp yourself up by recreating your past life. I was this, that and the other, when everybody knows you're full of shit. You're a scared little boy, and you still really are. That's all you ever will be, is a scared little boy who tries to make himself feel good by picking on people physically. Well, I can't say smaller than you, can I? Because basically there's no fucker smaller than you. But women like women that you think you can dominate to make yourself feel good, because everybody else just dumps your fucking head in the toilet.
Then you and I can be more honest. Not because he couldn't, but because of how badly he had been targeted since sites once Troll Mafia and Chili Watch turned their sites and users against him. Due to his knowing that I had been part of the opposition, there was no opportunity for me to establish any trust with him now or in the future.
Right. I see it now, right? All this little mini streams about is to prove how clever Chili is, because Irish Demon really did fuck him over. He really did win on him, pretending in that he was so scared of Chili, and Chili was getting cheapos off of it. I wonder how many fucking times he frapped over the thought. Jesus Christ. And this is about damage control on his ego. Okay, now.
Well, that's not true. We could trust each other later. Now that you're revealed, we're going to try to keep you sealed, but I may have to actually serve you with a deposition, and we'll talk to the judge about leaving you sealed because he has a legitimate concern of his job, of his safety, of being trolled by these crazy people who pay $500 to go make friends with somebody to get them. He says it on video, to get me. That's what he says. I've chopped the video down. You guys are just seeing finally the iceberg starting to come out of the water. You're starting to see what I've actually been sitting on for a very long time. It's sick. This is sick. Hey, someone's trying to log in New York. Hey, someone's trying to log in Ohio. Is that you? No. 50 of those I've received. They're trying to hack into my emails, to my bank accounts, to my cell phone, to any kind of provider that they know I have. Bose, if they knew Bose was my provider, they would try to hack into my Bose account.
So, let's get this right. You put yourself on the internet on TikTok, then you put yourself on the internet on YouTube, make a complete ass of yourself, bully people, threaten people, talk a load of lies, grift, and damage people's lives. And you expect not to get any flush back from the internet or people trying to do things to you. There's a simple answer to that, Chili, right? You're narcissistic, and we understand that you need attention. Oodie-dums. Right, but just stay off the fucking internet.
That's happened. It's been happening. So finally I just have someone with receipts of payment. So this is not just some frivolous thing, something I just wrote for fun. I'm not reading comments, guys, so I'm sorry if I'm not calling out names. It was only then I realized the depths and the depravity at which people had come after him. To hear these schemes and to the degree at which he had been targeted was both disturbing and sad, and caused me to question my own self for once being willing to participate even minorly in these nefarious activities. And this was someone on their side. You guys can look up Turtle Boy's blog, November 1-4, November, the number spelled out 1 and then 4, and that was written by Kate. I have from Turtle Boy told me Kate wrote that. She writes it all about this guy, November 1, named Rich Gregson, who paid off this guy $1,000 in Bitcoin. I have the receipts. And I have to be able to produce those for federal court. So this is,
This is a problem with you, Chili, right? You're so much of a fucking spaz. You're willing to risk falsifying evidence to try and destroy somebody who is basically sticking up for people who you've wronged. Now, if that isn't just completely a person who is mentally fragile, as in everything's an attack on his macho-ness. Do everybody a favour, Chili. Start by eating 3 fucking Weetabix in the morning and not roids.
I'm not sure if you guys think that this is appropriate, This is pretty disgusting. I mean, pretty disgusting. I don't really care what anybody says. You guys can say whatever you want. Doesn't really bother me. I'm just going to keep going. So,
Chilli, have you ever thought about what it's like to have more trolls on your chat than actual fans? Does it give you nightmares? You know, thank everybody for watching. If you watched this far, what I'd really love is to be a fly on the wall when Chilli finally realises that all this crap he's manufacturing and all the things that he's done comes back and bites him in the ass. That sudden realisation that he done fucked up.
okay. There's some things on here that this guy wrote knowing that I would expose this, and so I'm not going to read those things. You don't get to those things publicized because you want to put your opinion out. You're just a troll who doesn't have any standing and no one pays attention to you, and so you want to blast out your beliefs through your affidavit that I'm not going to read. So it says so this says, Mr. DeCastro's views and beliefs are wholly incompatible with my own. I'm fortunate in my life I can see past those views to still respect the real person Mr. DeCastro is. In the end, he's still a human with real emotions, real thoughts, and real goals. Additionally, being a public figure does not mean he's totally relinquished all measure of privacy and protection under the law. Social media technologies such as Discord and others have played a central role to this organization and execution of the nefariousness I have witnessed. Responsibility and moderation and how these technologies are used must be better established and held accountable to prevent these events in the future. Yeah, like stalking me is wrong. Stalking me is wrong. Okay, guys, there you go. So cool. Now you guys got the 411. Now you know that she's been paying people. That's what you're a part of. It's just not right. You shouldn't allow this kind. And listen, I'm sorry that I have to report on this stuff, but this is real life going on in my life right now.
Ha! You're not sorry at all, are you? Are you fuck? Jesus Christ. Anyway, if you've watched this long, thank you for watching it. I'm a bit ill today, especially after staying up for 7 hours watching Irish Team and JL Warren. And I can't say. Decent stream, but it's really knackered me out, and I'm already ill anyway. So, leave your comments down below as usual. Please like and subscribe, as I am trying to get up to that magical 1,000 number. Anyway, I'll take care now. And remember, get a grip.